That's it. So now I want to know, okay, regarding question number three, where is it? Okay, let me open it first. Okay, and make it a bit, okay, like this.
No,
Okay.
I cannot see it.
You cannot see it. Okay, so what other things allows you to learn more about another culture aside from experience, travel, and your friends, as well as TV shows? What else?
Maybe it is through TV, books, or maybe the video of the Indian guy visiting every country just by walking in 1,720 days while he's swimming through the sea full of sharks and still alive on the other side of the
Mm-hmm.
beach. Yes, it is really fun to see him.
Okay, that's it. Okay, what about let's say documentary films? Do you think we can rely on or we can rely on those things like
I think that
most
we
of the
should
time?
rely on multiple source of what we are trying to do because just one source alone is not enough. Because who knows, maybe they are simply just lying and trying to make people just thinking that this place is bad because they don't sell ticket here. Or maybe this place is better because they sell ticket here. They will try to make that the place that they do will be more reliable. So maybe just watching one movie is not enough. You may have to watch multiple of them to
Mm-hmm.
understand which is the best thing in fact.
Okay, very good. Or meaning to say we shouldn't like focus on other part of a story or other part of documentary, but as well look at the other viewpoints of that particular documentary, right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, just like for example, there's a particular tribe in India. Okay, wherein they were like, they were like isolated from the cities or the different, different areas in India. They were isolated to the point that um, we can say that, okay, they were living only for themselves, not just for the government. Meaning to say they were afraid from the different people who's like entering their tribe, and in return they will be killing who would set a foot on their tribe. So in that particular situation, how do you think should can we understand them and their culture if they don't want others to research about them?
Maybe that is because of like maybe they have a bad relationship with the previous one. For example, maybe people trying to come there and then they just ruin everything. Maybe people taking too much picture at like the some place which make them unable to do their work. So they feel unhappy about them and they will try to kill anyone who come there.
Okay, but what about because there is this particular instance that they were like killing everyone who is a white person, meaning to say they were killing white people only. Okay, most of them were like
Oh, I know.
Americans.
Like maybe they have a really bad relationship with them, like
Okay.
maybe they just killing all of them, or maybe the start of everything is because of the American.
Okay, or maybe, okay, they will see others as a threat to them because they might think that, okay, they will be getting our food supply. They will like reinvade our you know, their habitat, or the one that serves as their territory. They may be afraid that, okay, someone might kill them, okay, because they didn't know
Yeah.
anything about civilization or anything about progress outside their tribe. I mean, outside their tribe. Okay, so if that things really happens, why do you think it is still advised that we should continue learning about them?
think that maybe in a correct way. For example, not do things like you shouldn't not like just coming there and then just I don't know, just taking all of the pictures there and then just saying that, oh, I learned about this. I don't know if you're nerd or not, but I definitely thinking that it is not like maybe
Mm-hmm.
if they don't like it, then maybe we should just leave them alone and then not just like trying to convince that modern people are good. If they only have like a bad impression, and then if we keep trying to do this, they are even on a don't like us more. Yeah, who knows?
Okay, and also is, of course, if we want to study about them or we want to have knowledge about them, of course, a culture of a particular country, of course, will be like there would be a missing piece of a puzzle. Okay, meaning to say, if culture is our the outcome of the puzzle, maybe that tribe, that simple piece or information about the tribe would be the missing one. Okay. So do you think we have to learn everything about things relating to cultural practices? And why do you think so?
I think that yes, we have to because it's needed in order for us to understand them. Like if they don't understand about us, they never wanna know about a really good thing that we used to do.
Uh-huh.
Yes, like maybe we treated our friends just like our family. Yes, but they may not know about it.
Okay, that's it. The same with what? Living your okay, God bless you. Okay, just
Like
okay, the same with how you deal with your daily life. Of course, if you don't know, for example, how to cook your own food, okay, knowing how to cook which is something available only, of course you wouldn't complete your daily life. Okay, you will set for alternatives, but at the same time, if you don't have money, of course it will be like a missing piece as well. Okay, so now
yes, I agree.
uh-huh. Okay, so now I want to know. Okay, everything is posted online. Everything is like having documentary films or small movies about it. Do you think it is enough for a person to rely on those things?
I think that there's maybe a lot of them, but who knows? Maybe all of them are just by one person, maybe one director. So maybe you can also by which camera they actually having that movie. For example, if it is so old, I don't know, maybe from the a year 268, that may be very pretty much just outdated. Now is the year
2023?
2023, 2068, like this. So maybe we should also check our date. Oh, also, we should also check that where are they? Like, who knows? Maybe they could also use like locations that are not true. Maybe that was just all make up. For example, who knows? Maybe the place that they go is unreal, and they say that it's just only been closed, then I think that it is a problem with you because you have been trust that
Uh-huh.
those are real.
Okay, what if the sources that you found simply gives like a terrible insight or a terrible statement wherein you cannot simply determine which one is correct and which one is not. So how are you going to fix that kind of thing?
I think that maybe there should be a better way of like sorting which one is true. For example, you got to check yourself. For example, do maybe some online researches like
Mm-hmm.
where is that place exactly? Maybe Google the map. It's have almost all the place in the world in like almost a newest update in the place where they don't really work. I chat something like that. So I think like if you also do some research and not just do things that you find on the internet alone, like it's
Uh-huh.
not gonna help you. And we even making you think that your friend is saying something not true.
Okay, that's it. Very good. But what about, okay, I want to know which or what kind of source do you think, for example, the governments wants us to not to dig more, wants us to believe on what is just simply written or what is just simply being posted on a movie. Okay, which one do you think is which do you think is the thing that makes everyone like look dumped on searching for things? Is it like documentary films, or is it like printed out which are like intact in a book? Which one do you think?
I think that the book is more reliable. Oh, and it is also more like better to see. For example, documentary is often like maybe that could be only a video and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just a video on the internet. And people just have to post it and not going through millions, if not hundreds of checks to see that if it's passed or not. Um, they but with videos they'll see one thing that is you don't like making bad things or not.
Uh-huh.
Who knows? Maybe the only thing that you got to check the video is that you don't make something that is not good for them.
Okay,
For
very
example, you talk bad about something, and then the video may not be posted maybe because you talking bad. But and the only thing you got to know is that you just have to remove that part. But with books, you got to go through hundreds of, no, not
Mhm.
hundreds, a lot of verification check. Maybe if it is like talking about something that's not true, then unless it's a fantasy book, it's not gonna pass. And then you also got to go through things like finding a trusted bookstore to post that. You also got to find something that is to be believable. So I think that a book is better.
Okay, books are really better, okay, because it takes like years to make it. It takes years to publish it, okay, and there are like of lots of researches that just happen, okay, unlike the documentaries that can be done in just simply one day. Okay, what if the one who's like posting a documentary film only knows about one thing? Okay, and of course, the story will just go around and around in a one particular opinion. But in books, just like what you've said, there's like lots of verification check that just happen on it. That's why we can say that it is more reliable. Okay, very good. So, I think we are good to answer what number are we in? Okay, number 5.
No, it's actually number 4. Here is the one we are
Oh,
actually answering.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I thought
and
it's
let's move
number
on.
4. Okay, anyways, okay. Let's have number 4 then.
Do you think that learning foreign language can help us understanding foreign culture? I think that yes, it can. For example, learning about the history of life, what they are writing now, and then what they used to do, may actually help you a lot. For example, maybe someone trying to say something, and then you don't understand the language. That is something that's gonna make you not understanding what is even happening. But that
Okay.
was just one part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we are not gonna talk about just one part. Let's also talk about other things. For example, the history of it. Why do they write like this? What that makes them think like that? Where do they all start? For example, the Korean is start like from the Chinese. No, not exactly Chinese. They just got conquered by it, and then the king find it that it is just too difficult for people to understand and write out what do they want. So the king literally just make their own language, which is Korean, which make a lot of things easier for them. and also for the um um people.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that you should know about it. To if you are trying to learn about their cultures, maybe they will talk about you like this, but it's better to learn it yourself.
Okay, you were right, of course. We better learn about the foreign language. Okay, not every time, but most of the time. Okay, it is because, okay, we view language as also or also plays a big part on how we can identify other cultures, I mean other countries' culture. Okay, and you were right as well that okay, it is not just the Chinese, of course, but other, like, let's say, other nationalities. Okay, we have to at least have a knowledge about it. Okay, because it might or it may provide us like the basic approach to entertain them. Okay, aside from studying foreign language, okay, just like what I've asked you earlier, aside from understanding foreign language, aside from dealing with experiences and all, okay, what should we learn more in order to know the foreign culture?
I think that maybe we should also learn about the history, as I have said. But if it is not about like the history,
Mm-hmm.
then it may have a high chance that it could be the music next. Because like music also play a big part. For example, which kind of instruments do they play? Why do they play it? Is there any custom instruments that is only available in their place? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that is something that you should also learn about because that is very interesting and also some people will be a big thing for them to know.
Okay, very good. Thank you for mentioning the music. Okay, the music and arts, okay, to be exact. Okay, because sometimes they have this music relating to what they do in everyday life. So, yeah, that I think will help us to deal with how they can or how they act in daily life or in daily basis, I
Yes.
mean. Okay, and we can
Oh, I
also
maybe also no, you can continue to talk.
okay. We can also know how things were going or what era or what year really impacts them the most through arts. Okay, if they were using the old way of making arts, then maybe they were really rich in arts like in an art thing. Okay, they may be very um they were very into preserving one's art. Okay, because they believe that their music and their art is actually a part or a missing piece, of course, of a puzzle named culture. Okay, and very good that you've mentioned also about the instruments. Okay, because there are some countries who are using um, their I mean their made or handmade instrument. Okay, some countries don't really use harp or simply a guitar or a violin. They were using like a horn. Okay, so so I think that's it. Okay, what other things that you
Oh,
want to add up?
also,
Mm-hmm.
they are also in the art. They also like what kind of dance do they do? Like they dance,
Mm-hmm.
and they also the way that they also dance. Like they could dance something like maybe traditional, and also there may be some newer ones. Yeah. So dance is also a part of their culture as well.
Uh-huh. Very good. And also is through dance they can express, for example, oh, this is their traditional clothes. Okay, this is their traditional clothes that they use during special occasions. Because sometimes they were using their national costumes or national dresses in or just for them to express an art for dancing. Okay, very good. So, okay, since our time is up, so I think we can continue learning about culture tomorrow. Is that okay?
Oh, also theater.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Oh, so teacher, you
Mm-hmm.
able to think that a statement, something like this, can make
Uh-huh.
something really good, like a really good movie?
A
Are you able
stickman?
to? Yes.
Yes, I think maybe it is not film, but
Oh, one. Yes, maybe you could also check Eden back on
uh-huh.
YouTube. You should also
Okay.
watch it. Yes, Eden
Okay,
back.
maybe I should like have a view about Alan Beck and maybe tell it to you
Yes,
tomorrow. Okay.
yes. Okay.
Okay, so thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. Okay, thank you so
Yeah,
much for today and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye
you're
for now,
welcome.
Ken.
Bye bye, teacher.
Okay, have a good day.